Have you ever been there and never wondered what happens to your mobile money transactions? Are we safe when we're sending our money? If I want to send money to someone in the village, are they safe? Can their money be received without any fraudster accessing it? Many of us have been victims of fraud, and in many situations we have been unable to recover our money. Personally, I've been a victim. However, there's always a solution. In today's video, I'm here to talk to you about all the legalities, the legal framework concerning mobile money transactions, and what golden solutions are here to save us. So, let's go. Okay, so here's a golden solution. But before we go to the solution, let me just tell you about the regulations concerning mobile money. The legal framework stems from 2009. 2009 is where mobile money started and where it came into play in the Ugandan market. By about 2011, there was a population of about 2.9 million subscribers on mobile money, or people who have subscribed to mobile money. So mobile money in turn grew into an exponential amount of about 8.9 million subscribers, meaning 8.9 million Ugandans have been able to access mobile money services. And that means that almost every Ugandan, at least rural and urban, have been able to access mobile money services. That means that there was need for regulation, especially by Bank of Uganda. Given that mobile money is part of e-commerce and it was a very brand new thing concerning commercial transactions in Uganda. Therefore, Bank of Uganda had a number of regulations and a number of team players that come into mobile money. In the introduction, I asked you who is in charge of our mobile money transactions. There are a number of key players. We have Bank of Uganda, we have banks, and we have telecom companies or telecommunication companies. We have Airtel, we have UTL, we have MTN. But the biggest mobile money retailers, or people who are in charge of retailers in terms of telecommunication, is MTN and Airtel. Therefore, now that I've mentioned that there are a number of key players concerning mobile money transactions, we also have the regulations concerning mobile money. We have Financial Institutions Act in terms of banks. We have things like consumer protections. But concerning mobile money transactions, we have the Bank of Uganda Mobile Money Regulations of 2013, which came into play to regulate all the mobile money transactions or give guidelines to mobile money telecommunication companies and users and mobile money agents. Guys, I have been a victim of sending money to people across Uganda and my money has been lost. The recipients have not received their money. And before I joined law school, I asked myself, what are the solutions to this? So therefore, in a very short time, I'm going to tell you just the solutions you came for, as I wanted to make this video as brief as possible, because just yesterday I had one of my friends sent about 500,000 to, I will not mention the name, to a recipient they wanted to receive, but then the person lost their money. There are issues of fraud that I'm going to address, so let's go to the solutions finally. Some of these regulations that I've just mentioned concern the financial bit of mobile money, but I also did not tell you about the electronic part of it. We have acts such as the Computer Misuse Act. We have the Electronic Transactions Act of 2011. We have a number of cyber laws which blend in very well with the financial laws of Uganda. And all of these come into play to bake a whole big cake of mobile money. Why am I telling you all of this? Because mobile money is what is called e-commerce, like I said in the beginning. And e-commerce is a mixture of both cyber and financial laws. So people who are listening in and simply legal, don't get confused by the number of things that I'm saying. It's because this is an electronic transaction. So they need to be regulated by a number of acts. Because currently we don't have a specific law for mobile money transactions. We just have guidelines. And these come into play to try and regulate whatever transactions are coming into mobile money. So let's go to the final solutions. When we're looking at issues of fraud, we need to first understand in terms of scenario. Imagine I'm sending money to a person called Moses, and I did not properly look at the name Moses, but I instead sent it to another person called Philip. So I need to, what is the best solution I will have to give Philip a notification that, you know what, Philip, I instead sent you this money, but I was supposed to send it to Moses. I missed a few digits in my mobile money transaction. That's why the money that I sent you of 500,000 has landed on your MTN mobile money account. Therefore, I need to engage with Philip and see, is he trying to work with me? Is he someone who is willing to send me back the money, or he wants to quickly withdraw it and then use the money of his own? Then there we can look at issues of theft. I'm going to give you a number of regulations which come into play to regulate mobile money transactions. So when we're looking at fraud, we also have to look at issues of theft. This is stipulated under Section 254 of the Penal Code Act of Uganda. So therefore, if I'm to paraphrase the Penal Code Act in regards to theft, it states that any person who fraudulently and intentionally, willfully uses an object or an item that does not belong to him or her. Yes. So this basically shows that if I send this money to Philip, then he does not want to give me back the money. I instead intended it for Moses. Basically, if Philip withdraws the money, I can contact the telecommunication company and therefore they can be able to block Philip's number, Philip's MTN number or Airtel number, depending on what. So therefore, the telecommunication company, whether it's MTN or Airtel, will be able to send the money back to my account, then I can send it to Moses. So therefore, this means that when you're trying to regulate mobile money transactions, even in the guidelines, the mobile money guidelines of 2013, it's stipulated that all mobile money service providers are supposed to safeguard the money or transactions that are needed or necessary for people to transact. So basically, in this case, if I send my money to Philip mistakenly and it was meant for Moses, I'm supposed to work in tandem or together with MTN or Airtel to send Moses the money or to recover back my money from Philip. Let's go to the other solutions. Solution number 2 is we have the National Payment Schemes Act of Uganda. The National Payment Schemes Act basically comes in to protect majority of service providers who deal in e-commerce or electronic money, and this is where mobile money lies. So this of course means that mobile money agents or mobile money services or service providers are part of the National Payment Schemes Act or are regulated by the National Payment Schemes Act. In accordance with Regulation 4, this means that any electronic service user, in case a person has suspected their transaction to be compromised by terms of fraud, or maybe I'm using big words, if they suspect a fraudster has accessed their services or mobile money services, then they can notify the Central Bank of Uganda or notify any financial institution in charge of mobile money services, but the major one is the Bank of Uganda. Therefore, this will give a window of opportunity for someone or Bank of Uganda to come in and then try and intervene in this situation where they have suspected a fraudster or any person who has intervened in your money or who has intercepted your mobile money transaction. This basically means that there are a number of acts, and I can go on and on and on and on and on about these different schemes on how to recover your money in case of fraudsters, in case of sending it to a wrong person. And we mainly have financial laws, we also have electronic laws, all encompassing e-commerce in Uganda, especially mobile money transactions. So here's the final solution. In regards to mobile money frauds, I like to think legally, in my legal opinion, that the Computer Misuse Act of Uganda 2011 provides for electronic fraud under Section 19. So this basically means that anyone who is responsible for electronic fraud will be liable for 15 years imprisonment. So the Computer Misuse Act is a regulator which also looks at the criminal side of electronic fraud. Now that we're living in an age where there's e-commerce, there's cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, mobile money transfers, many people, especially fraudsters, are going to want to steal your money through fraud. In many cases, they access all the databases of Airtel or MTN. Many times you've had situations where someone calls you and says, "Oh, notary, kakati sindika twala tano." In other words, he has sent you his money and he wants you to send it back to him. But it's actually a fraudulent move because there are many situations where applications have been made where someone can send you a wrong SMS, or they can send you an exact SMS of Airtel or MTN in a disguise where they want you to send them your actual money on your account. So assuming that you have 500,000 on your account and that person has hacked into your mobile money account, they have seen that you have 500,000, so they are going to send you 500,000 which is in a wrong block message through their app, and then they call you and tell you, "Man, I've sent you money on your mobile. My name is Kasimba John, and you know what? I want you to send me back that money. I was trying to send it to someone else." So an ignorant person who doesn't know about these laws will send the money back. But in other words, you didn't receive any money from him. You're actually sending them your money. So I term that as electronic fraud. So the Computer Misuse Act basically gives us that situation where electronic fraud is judged by the courts of law, and any person who is found fraudulent, by the help of all of these institutions I've told you about, Bank of Uganda and all the different stakeholders, the telecommunication companies, they can be able to track these fraudsters and charge them for electronic fraud. So as I wrap up this video, the regulations on mobile money are there, however not so stringent. Mobile money transactions are going to be put into a safe zone where someone will be able to transact their money in a very safe way without you fearing fraudsters, without you fearing people who are going to steal your money, people who are going to access your money. And most cases, you'll be able to recover your money in case you have sent it to someone. So thank you so much for listening to me. This video on e-commerce and consumer protection is so wide, so I will do a future video concerning more issues of financial law and the likes. I will always be an advocate for consumer protection and for your money on e-commerce to be safe and for the law to always prevail and to thrive in our dear Republic of Uganda. If there's anything I've left out in this video, my fellow council, please let me know. If there's anything you want me to talk about in a future video, please let me know in the comment section. Feel free to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and follow me on my social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I post all of my sneak peek videos there. Guys, thank you so much for the love on the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.